Hey everyone, my name is Miranda and I'm on the Swirlydoos Education Design team. I'm here today to share with you a page that I've created in the Prima Mixed Media Album that is in the Technique Kit this month of October. And this is the album cover. It has a beautiful globe resist pattern on it, and it was just super fun to work with it using the tea time paper that comes in the collection and the beautiful flowers, and you get the brick mask and the gesso and everything, so it was just super fun. So I wanted to go ahead and show you what I have done with the cover of my album. And then today we're going to be doing the page on the inside, and it looks like this. And it's just a little mixed media page, lots of dimension. We're going to create a little niche for our photo in here using one of the canvas sheets that comes in the album. The only thing you'll need that is not included in the kit is just some string from your stash, and then you're good to go. So let's get started, y'all. Okay, so the first thing that I have done is I have taken one of the canvas sheets that come in the mini album kit, and I've went in the bottom left hand corner with the brick mask that you get as well, and went over it with some of the gesso, and then I went over in the top right hand corner as well. I then took my paintbrush and went over everything, as well as my flowers, my photograph, all around the edges of this sheet of paper. Everything got hit with a little bit of gesso. It just creates a really shabby look. And then you're going to take one of the blank white pages. I do believe it's for watercolor paper, and you're going to want to put some either ATG gun tape, or you can use your gloss gel medium that comes in the kit, but this is going to be the backing to this page so that when we create our niche, the photo has somewhere to adhere to. So just set that to the side. And then you'll also need 2 sheets from your Prima Tea Time paper. One of these is going to be your pillbacks, where all your dimension is going to be, and then the other one is going to be just to add an embellishment to create more dimension. So the one that you want to be where your pillback is, just go ahead and put some gloss gel medium or the ATG tape on the back of it, and flip your canvas sheet over, and you're going to want to adhere this directly in the center of your canvas sheet. So just line it up with the holes and put it right in the center of that, and just press it down really, really good. Then you'll want to take a craft knife, any one that you have, and your cutting pad, which mine is really bad, y'all don't pay attention to it, but you're going to want to cut an X right down the center of this, and then you're going to peel it back from the other side. So just start at the corner, make sure it's pushed down really, really well, and then just cut down. Don't go all the way to the edge, just go almost to the edge and cut straight down like that. And you might have to go over it twice just to make sure it went through all the canvas and everything. And then just flip it and do the same thing to the other side of it. So you're just cutting a big X out of your canvas like this. Okay, and so then when you flip it over, what you can do is just take some ink, any kind of distress ink that you have, and I usually just peel back my little triangles a little bit, and I go over the edges with my inks just to give it a more polished look. So just roll each one back and go around it really quickly. And then what you'll need is to get a spray bottle with some water. And what we're going to do is we're going to spray the canvas so that when we roll it back with our paintbrush, it will hold its form much better. So just spray it with a little bit of water, and then take a paintbrush and just start rolling back your little triangles like this. And I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to come up with something that looks like this. And then at this stage, you're going to go ahead and adhere this to your watercolor paper, because right now it's pretty flimsy, and you're going to need some, you need it to be more sturdy so you can build off of it. So just line your holes up and glue down your canvas sheet on top of the other one. Just press it down all the way around the edges. Make sure it's nice and glued tight. Okay, and then you're also going to take another sheet of your Prima Tea Time paper, and you're going to adhere it in here where this white part is, just so it's not so stark white back there. So just take your sheet of paper and line it in the inside of your white part. I've chosen this one because it's just really, really pretty. I love this Prima Tea Time paper. So I'm just going to kind of tuck it in there. You might have to trim it down a bit. I think I may have to do that on mine. Oh, it actually fits just perfectly. So Just slide it in there. You really don't need to glue it. You can if you want, but it pretty much stays in place on its own. So this is what you've got so far. Okay, now you're going to want to take your hot glue gun and just go to the very tip of all your little triangles and put a little amount of it, and then curl these back into place how you like it. And you'll notice my paper is a little too short, but that's okay because that side's going to get covered up. So just glue them all back all the way around to create the look that you want. You can do some curled back more, some curled back less, whatever you want to do. So this is going to be our little niche for our photograph. Okay, the next step you're going to do is you're going to take another sheet of the Prima Tea Time paper, and this is a really fun technique, and you're going to need a water bottle to just spray it, and you're going to spray your entire paper to where it's saturated with the water. Just kind of rub it all on there. Make sure you get the front and the back of it. Just really saturated. And then you're just going to wad it up into a ball in your hands. Just wad it up. Super fun. And just take it apart really easily. And what it's going to do is it's going to create all of this texture, all of these wrinkles on here. And once you have it like that, just go ahead and squeeze it up some more if you see any flat areas. Okay, and then when you heat set this, it's going to retain its form like this. Exactly how you draw it is exactly how it'll come out. So I've done that with another sheet, and then I just went over the top of the wrinkled areas with some gesso. So this one is completely dried, and this is what it looks like. And we're going to use this coming out of the niche to just create more texture and dimension and, you know, make it look more shabby. So I'm just going to tear this piece in half. I'm just going to create little strips of it to kind of tuck in and out of the little niche area. Now I want one right here at the bottom left, so I'm just going to kind of glue it half in and half out down here. Just like that, and then glue the outside of it as well. And you can kind of scrunch up while your glue is still hot, and it will create more dimension. And then I'm going to kind of rip it again and create a little area to go above my photograph. Kind of coming out up here like that. And just glue that one down as well. I use hot glue a lot because I'm very impatient and I don't like waiting for things to dry, but the gloss gel medium that comes in your kit would work great as well. So we're going to do that, and then I want just a little bit poking out of the side of it as well. So I'm just going to glue that on there as well. Just like that, and then our photo will slide right in there like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a glimmer mist out of the primary elements that comes in your kit. Pigment powders are so much fun and they're so versatile. You can make them, you know, into a spray, you can make it into a glaze, you can use it and mix it with your gesso and your paints. It's just really, really fun. Now, the color of this is going to come through either way, but this does have really shimmery mica powder in there. And if you're going to be handling something a lot, it's really best if you use a binding agent with it, because this one doesn't have a binder in it already. What I've done is I've got some gum arabic. I did some research and this seems to be the best thing, but I also found out that you can also mix this with just regular hairspray. So if you do not have access to gum arabic right now, just use some regular White Rain hairspray will fine. Anything you have in your stash will work. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your little bottle that comes in the kit. You're going to take a little scooper of any sort, and you're just going to scoop a little bit of your pigment powder into the bottle. Just like that. Just one little scoop in there. Now, if you don't have the gum arabic at this point, just fill the rest of that up with hairspray, and you've already got your own homemade glimmer mist, and it is really pretty. If you do have the gum arabic, just go ahead and put an equal part. However much pigment powder you use, that's how much gum arabic that you'll want to use in there. And it also comes in powder form as well, so you can get either kind. After you put the gum arabic in there, just fill it up with water. I'm just going to mist my little mister in there. And just fill it all the way up with water. Okay. And then I'm going to stick the end of my paintbrush in there and just kind of stir it up really good. And then put the lid on it. And just give it a good shake. And I don't know if you can see, but all that shimmer is in there. It's swirling all around. It's just super, super pretty. And what I want to do is just spray this around some of the areas of my page just to create more of a mixed media feel. So I'm going to take my bottle and just randomly kind of spray a little bit on there. So just like that, over here in the corner, up here, over there. Just randomly spraying my green spray. And when it dries, it is so super shimmery, and really, really the mica comes through and it's like a maroonish tinted color, and it's just absolutely gorgeous two-toned effect. Okay, so you're going to wait for that to dry. You can go ahead and start putting your photograph in there. Again, I'm just going to use ATG tape to do so. And you're just going to put that down in there however you like. I like mine right there like that. And then what I did on the other page is I created some little kites, and they look like this. This is where that string's going to come into play at. All you need to do is take, in your packaging of the Mixed Media album, there's a little sheet that you can cut out all these banners. I just took 2 of them and cut them out together, still attached, and created little diamonds. I used that as a template and cut out 3 different diamonds of different color papers. So once you have that done, you're going to take them and fold 2 of them in half out of each color. And then you're going to glue these one on top of the other. I just used hot glue, works just as well. And you're going to adhere this down to your diamond base, right in the center of it. Spread it open a little bit, and then take your other piece and glue it in there on top of that one. And you're creating a little fun kite to go on your little layout. And then just spread them open a little bit. And really simple. Take your string and attach it to the back of it. Okay, so I've adhered my little kites down, and I just played around with the string and kind of moved it back and forth and kind of found the placement that I liked for it. And then I just put little baby random places of glue just to kind of hold it in place but allow it to still have a lot of movement. So just tiny little pieces of glue, and then push the string down into it. And just put them how you want and have them going all the way, just kind of whimsical, all the way around the layout. And then the final touches is I took the stems to my tea time flowers that come in your kit, and I curled them around my paintbrush to create these little curly cues, and then I painted them with gesso just to create a really cool little spray effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue all these down, coming out the bottom of my little niche down here. Just up at the top of it, and at the bottom left of it. Use as many as you want. I think I cut 5 strands of it out. And I'm just using hot glue to do this. Hot glue is my friend. Okay, and then you're just going to take some of your flowers. Unfortunately, I only have 2 left because I have been a busy bee working on this thing. So just put some hot glue on your flowers and just place them over those stems to cover up those glue spots. If you have more, I think 3 would ideally look better, but I only have 2 left. So, and this is what you have, what you end up with. If you want to use darker papers in the collection, that's what I did originally, so it created more of a contrast between the different papers. But it's just really dimensional and really pretty, really shabby, but still got all the little mixed media elements. And you can see how pretty and shimmery that primary elements is when you create the mist like that. So this is the page that you come up with, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.